Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day today. I want to bring you a quick devotion from a passage of Scripture that has become very familiar to me and to many others who are involved with Bible quizzing. And that Scripture is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "To the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved." Now, this verse stood out to me, and I've studied it a little bit over the last couple weeks. Um, Really, the whole beginning of Ephesians chapter 1, how this letter is started, it's just this amazing, spectacular introduction, one of the best introductions in all of the epistles, in my humble opinion. The Apostle Paul is just overflowing with thankfulness and gratitude. It kind of comes through in what he's writing. It's on display for us to see because he's explaining to the Ephesians the many blessings that come as a result of their standing with God. And that phrase, accepted in the beloved, it just really stood out to me. And I looked it up, and that status of being accepted, that word means highly favored, or perhaps even full of grace, as you read in Luke chapter 1 and verse 28. But what it's saying is that the Apostle Paul is giving glory to the grace of God because he realizes, and he's trying to explain to us, that by the giving of the law, God's justice and holiness were glorified. And then by the giving of the gospel, his grace and his mercy were made equally glorious. Not that they ever were less in the existence in the spiritual realm, but in our understanding, they became more equal. And a lot of times, God's plan of salvation in the gospel is rejected by people because it glorifies God and his grace and not the effort or achievement of man. A lot of times, I think this may be true of all of us. We want to work for what we have. We want to earn what we have. Uh, and when it comes to salvation, we don't earn our way in. We obey our way in. And those are different things. One commentator said it this way: God's grace has extended to his people and enfolded them. He has begraced them, says Paul, using a verb derived from the Greek word for grace. It's as if you were to take someone who had leprosy in Bible times, and all of a sudden, instead of this unclean leper, turn them into a healthy young person all over again. That's the change that happens. That's the privilege that we have as children of God when we obey the plan of salvation, when we come into the family of God. And it's really important to keep this in focus, especially this verse in the context of this verse. Yes, it's saying we are highly favored, and we need to remember that we're highly favored in Jesus Christ. I'm not highly favored because of something that I did. It's not my own effort that makes me holy or makes me saved, but it's because of Jesus Christ. And when it comes to favor or being having favor, you look at the world. A lot of people find favor with the world. People find favor with other human beings, but that just doesn't compare to the favor that we have with and in Jesus Christ. That's what has brought us grace to be saved. Um, it's not because of how much I pray. It's not because of how much I study or read the Bible. My denomination that I may identify with isn't what gives me the favor that Paul was talking about. It's not because of my family. It's not because of my history. It's not because of my pastor. It's not because of the people I go to church with. It's not because of my ministry. It's not because of my calling. It's not because of my title. It's because of Jesus. It's all in him and through him and to him. Every good thing we have, every spiritual blessing that the Apostle Paul is talking about, we need to remember we didn't learn our way into it. We didn't earn something for ourselves. It's all because of Jesus. It's all his gifts to us. And when we understand that, we can find a really awesome measure of relief and of peace and rest when we know that his favor is with us because he lives in us. And it's not because of anything that we had to do or will have to do. This is the result of obeying our way in and becoming part of the family of God. All favor, all grace, all spiritual blessings in heavenly places, it's all because of Jesus. And when we read those things, when we look into this, when we understand this, when we take time to meditate on this and bring it into our lives, we understand that, wow, what an amazing privilege. And it leads us to the point where we can say, too, God really does deserve my most amazing and spectacular thankfulness and gratitude today and every single day. God bless y'all.